A major change is coming. New York is dealing with a number of injuries, including to backup point guard Deuce McBride, who is set to miss multiple games. With the Knicks having limited players available, New York is being forced to make changes to the rotation and play players that we normally wouldn't see. We're going to break down all of these latest reports today. But before we get started, about 52% of you watching this video right now are not subscribed to the channel. If you're enjoying the content, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button because it could really support all the great content that we're creating for you. And now, let's get started. McBride is out again. The Knicks are making changes to the rotation. The last thing New York wants this close to the postseason is to deal with more injuries. But unfortunately, that seems to be the case for backup point guard Deuce McBride as he's dealing with a groin injury. While the injury doesn't seem severe, reports indicate that Deuce is going to be out multiple games. And because of that, it's going to force New York to make changes to the rotation. Shout out to my guy, CP the Franchise from Knicks Fan TV for giving us the following information. According to him, he says, get used to the change of Tyler Kolek and him playing minutes. Sources tell him that Deuce McBride will miss multiple games with a groin strain. Now, this is interesting to note because initially the Knicks reported it as a groin contusion. But if it's a strain, that certainly changes things, according to Mahabir. But then we have NBA insider with the New York Post, Steph Bondy, doubling down on McBride's injury and again, calling it a groin contusion. Either way, Steph Bondy and Mahabir are essentially agreeing with CP the Franchise's report here regarding Deuce McBride essentially missing multiple games. According to Bondy, though things could still change with 2 days off before tip-off, Miles McBride is unlikely to play on Tuesday against the Mavericks. McBride also sat the previous game, which allowed opportunities for Campaign and Tyler Kolek to play more minutes. Again, gotta give my guy CP the Franchise from Knicks Fan TV a lot of credit here, as he was the first to report that McBride would miss multiple games. Now, you never want to see a player go down. I am wishing the best for McBride, and I hope he recovers fast and returns soon. But when someone goes down, it always gives opportunities to different players. In this situation, it is crystal clear. Tyler Kolek will benefit the most with Deuce McBride being out. If he continues to show out, it will be hard for New York to deny him any playing opportunities in the future. That's just how good Kolek looks when he's out there. We have to remember, with Jalen Brunson out as well too, what this Knicks team has been missing is somebody to run that offense for the starting unit. Honestly, we really haven't seen it. Sometimes Deuce has tried to do it. Other times, Mikal Bridges has tried to do it. But honestly, what we saw from Tyler Kolek in that second quarter a couple of nights ago, that's the type of point guard play this Knicks team needs to see each and every night until Brunson returns. Because Tyler Kolek's court vision, the way he can play make, pass, the best thing about him is he gets other players open shots in the areas that they want to shoot from. That is huge, completely different. It is one thing for a player to run around the court, to cut, to be in the corner. It's completely different for a player to be in the spot where he wants to catch the ball and be open. And Tyler Kolek allows that play to happen. We remember it, right? Mikal Bridges looked unlocked when he was playing with Tyler Kolek. Why? Because Kolek was feeding him. Kolek was finding him. And Kolek, as the point guard, recognized Mikal Bridges is the hottest player on the court. So my job is to make sure he gets easy buckets and he gets the ball each and every time he can. That's what he was doing. Not only that, he was attacking, getting to the free throw line, and making it hard on the opposing team. What else do you want your point guard to do? Not only that, but he was also playing defense. Now, he's not an otherworldly defender. He's not a lockdown defender. but he can play defense, at least decent enough that he can be out there in minutes over a campaign, over a Landry Shamet, because sometimes, even though your defense is going to take a hit with Kolek on the floor, your offense is going to generate so many easy buckets that you might not even worry about his level of defense. Because honestly, if he's helping to generate these easy buckets and he makes the game easier for everybody, and remember, we held our largest lead over Washington in that second quarter with who running the offense? Tyler Kolek. You can't deny this man anymore. With Deuce McBride set to miss multiple games, it's going to be Kolek time. What he did a few games ago, he is going to do each and every night while Deuce is out. And he is going to put on a show. And Tom Thibodeau, it's going to be very hard once the Knicks are fully healthy, even at that point in time. After watching Tyler Kolek play, it's going to be hard for the Knicks to deny him any minutes. 5 minutes, 7 minutes, even 10 minutes a night. We can see when utilized properly, it can make a difference. And sometimes that small difference is the difference that allows a team to win the game. Kolek could be that difference maker. We saw it the other night. Let's continue to see it in Deuce McBride's absence. But there's also another change I want to see made to the rotation. And honestly, every time the Knicks put out a lineup of Landry Shamet, Campaign, and Precious Achiuwa, I think to myself, why doesn't this player get any time? And I'm talking about the other rookie we have in Pacome Dadiet. Now listen, I understand he's still a rookie, he's still green, he still needs work. However, the level of play that we've been seeing from Precious Achiuwa at times, it just doesn't look great. If anything, he's moving backwards. There was a play a couple of games ago where he has the ball in his hands. It's a fast break. He runs around in a circle. The defense gets back, and then he passes it to Mikal Bridges, who takes now a contested three-pointer. It just doesn't make sense. I know for certain that Pacome Dadiet would have not done that. He would have at least shot the ball, drove with the ball, or done something else with it. What I'm trying to say is, if we're seeing players out there that are not making an impact at times, remove them and put somebody else in the game. Make a change. And once we get Jalen Brunson and McBride back, and we have to go back to the regular rotation, do not play McBride, Payne, and Shamet off the bench. Please don't do that. If you're looking to play a bench unit with other players, remove Shamet and instead play Pacome Dadiet, because he gives you size, he gives you shooting, and he gives you defense. Isn't that what we want? Isn't that what we should strive to have? I understand the team is in love with Landry Shamet. They love his veteran presence. But do we want the veteran presence or do we want the impact? Because for me, I would rather have the impact. And if I'm going to get it from a hungry rookie, let me get it from the rookie. If the vet's not going to give it to me, or he's not showcasing it, or sometimes he does it maybe for a few minutes, and then for the rest of the game, he is awful, maybe we should be making a change. Maybe we should be making an adjustment. And for me, it's quite simple. Switch the rookies out for some of these players. Once fully healthy, use Pacome sometimes instead of Shamet. And until we're fully healthy, do not play Achiuwa. Give his minutes to Pacome Dadiet, because I know for a fact that rookie, as hungry as he is going to fight out there for each and every possession. I want that. And right now, Achiuwa, he's not giving any of that effort to New York. Honestly, he looks like a net negative out there. That's what we want to see? Because honestly, that's not what I want to see. Play these kids. Play the rookies. Because at this point, that will help this team get better. It will help us develop. And maybe it will give us that second unit that we so desperately need. Knicks, this is what we need to do heading into the postseason. Build chemistry. Build a second unit and understand the players we have on this roster. Because once we understand the players, we can then understand the rotations we have access to. And that means the most as a team heading into the postseason. But what about you guys? What do you think about the reports here indicating that Deuce McBride is actually dealing with a groin strain and is likely set to miss multiple games? But in his absence, the Knicks are likely going to make a change, and that change is named Tyler Kolek. Now, for me, I would also like to see Pacome Dadiet get some regular minutes in the rotation while New York is dealing with all of these injuries. But what about you guys? Do you agree with me? Do you think these rookies should get more minutes, or should only Tyler Kolek get more minutes and New York continue to play the rotation that they have been playing the last few games? Let me know how you feel about these things in the comment section below, guys, because honestly, I would love to hear from you. But that's going to do it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, go ahead and smash that like button, leave a comment below. And of course, guys, please subscribe to the channel. Until next time, Knick fans, take care of yourself, your families, and each other. Peace and love.